Okay, for this lesson, lesson 11, profiling, it's pretty straightforward. You're supposed to draw what the landscape looks like from the side, to scale and labeled. That's about it. They call it a topographic profile. You might also call it a cross-section. So there's a couple of things you want to think about when doing a profile. First, what is the range of elevations you will need to label on your scale drawing? You need to know this in order to set the top and bottom of your drawing correctly. If you don't, you might find yourself going below your bottom line or above your top line. The other thing is how are you going to make the profile to scale? I usually recommend using the edge of a sheet of paper to transfer the contours so that they are all the right distance apart. So here's an example. What is the topographic profile from the bank of the Des Plaines River up to the entrance of the industrial facility located in the southwest quarter of the southeast quarter, section 7, township 34 north, range 10 east of the Channahon, Illinois quad. The Millsdale Extension Road runs straight west to east following this profile. So this is what they want to know. They want to know, what does this look like from the side to go from the bank of the river up to this industrial facility? So like I said, I usually recommend going with a piece of paper. And what you want to do is you want to set the paper along your profile. And you're going to want to make a mark all along here where the contours are and any other major features. So here's our facility entrance. Okay, then we have a contour here, and we can't tell which one it is right away. And then we notice we have another contour crosses right here, and that's the 600-foot contour. I checked earlier at the bottom of the map. It says it's 10-foot contour interval, so we know that this is 610. There's also a benchmark right on the road here labeled 611, so that sounds about right. We'll even label the benchmark 611. Okay, and then you just go down and you keep making marks where the contours are. Here's another set. This is a tricky one. This looks like 590, but see, it kind of goes up this little stream valley and cuts back around. So you got 590 and then another 590. So both of these are 590, but there's a little stream in the middle that's just a little bit lower, and you can designate that with a V, that there is a stream there. Okay, I did forget there's a road crossing up here, so we put a road in. And we just keep going downhill. There's another road here, along with a contour here, 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 and here. And this one is an index. This is the 550. So this should be the 560, 570, 580. And then these were the two 590s. Okay? Then we have the next contour interval here. That's going to be 540. Here's another road. Okay? And then we go down, there's a contour here, and we can label that, that's going to be 530. Then we go down here, and that's 520. And then there's a little bit of moving around with these things. There's a benchmark at the railroad tracks. Let's label those. I'm not going to put that benchmark in because it's not quite right in the middle of the road. But that's 522. And I believe this 520 line doubles around and kind of shows up over here. So I think this little peak here is also 520. And then we get down here, there's one more by the riverbank, that's the 510. And then we're almost done. A quick question, what's the elevation in the river? And I think I mentioned this to you one time before. Sometimes the maps will post a pool elevation for the river. And you can see right here, it says normal pool elevation 505 feet. So we'll call that one 505 feet. So we've made our notations, and we've got a piece of paper we'll do our profiles on. We're going to use these college rule lines for our elevations. So we want to know what's our maximum. So we're right around 611 is our max, and the river is at 505. So if we set our contours on our drawing at 500 and 620, then for sure we're not going to go above or below our drawing. So this is something to always think about. So I'll start here. We'll make this top line 620, 610, 600, 590, 580, 570, 560, 550, 540, 530, 520, 510, and 500. Okay, and then we'll put a nice, just a faint straight line along the edge over here, and then we can follow along with that. So all you do to get this done right is you take your sheet of paper with your notations on it, and you slide this up and down your drawing, and wherever your contour matches the scale on the side, you put a little dot. So let's say we go up here and we're going to line it up with 610. Here's our 610, we'll put a little dot right there. Okay, and we know that just a little higher than that is 611. That's the benchmark, and you can make a note of that. Benchmark 611. And here's the entrance to the facility. I think it's reasonable to say that that's going to be at 611. Okay, so then we just follow along. Our next contour is 600. So we pull this down until it matches with the 600. We make a mark there. So this contour is, this profile is going to run down through here, and we see there's a road here, so we'll make a notation. They recommend or require that you always label these features under the profile, not above it. Okay, so we slide this down. Now we're at 590, so we look. So here's 590. We look across to see our 590 points. We have two. There's one here and one here. And in between them is a little bit of a valley with a stream in it. So we'll make a triangle there and put stream. Okay, we drop down to 580. That's this one. And we see there's a road in here. So we got to put that in. Road. Okay, we drop down. Now it gets kind of steep. Here's 570. We keep sliding down. Here's 560. Keep sliding down. 550. 540. 530 with a road. Okay. 520 is right here, and then again sort of a little hill there, and railroad tracks going through here. Okay, and then 510 is right at the edge, and then 505 is the river. And then basically all there is to it is to connect the dots. Remember where your little hills are, especially in these spots where there's multiple ones at the same level. You kind of have to figure out how those go in. So this comes up through here, and remember this drops down into a little stream and comes back up, and then we go up through here and all the way up. And so there is our final profile. This is what the hillside looks as you drop 100 feet driving in from that industrial facility down to the riverbank, looking at the side. And of course it's exaggerated because clearly this is a couple of miles and here you've only got 100 feet. But this is the shape of the profile. And that's all there is to profiling. It's not the quickest thing you can do on the test. You might want to think about the person who does the drawing. If they finish the drawing and you get a profile, maybe they'll work on the profile also. You'll just have to learn how you have to divide it up. And that's it. Thanks a lot. Call me if you have any questions.